Igbo ekenekwa m unu Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ na olugo na nke ụdị ya olugo na ndị BBC chọrọ release a documentary about Biafra. First of all, our title was Surviving Biafra. Our title was Surviving Biafra. Man, that is, I wouldn't yes, that title does not sound anything to your ear. Geni Hemazi Nnamdi Kanu maka Biafra many years ago. Ignorant,
you're so foolish, you've not gone back to history, you've not studied why we failed. We failed because we had no medium on a consistent basis to spread our news to the whole world. We relied on BBC. And if you don't know the history of BBC during the war, I ask you to go and research it very, very carefully and very well. They were all against us.
I'm going to get that video. Now, BBC came out and actually released a documentary about Biafra. First of all, your title Surviving Biafra. I have problem with that title alone. That title does not go down well with me. Why not a title Biafra or Go Biafra? Why not a title Surviving Nigeria? Because Udolewu no Kokwayana that or Guam but Nigeria wage against Biafra. Why saying Surviving Biafra? Because Biafra is a self-inflicted pain. Odinoka self-inflicted pain. Odinoka that is not enough. Odinoka can't hard enough. Obolonya Yoruba. Kabo Kobe directed that movie. Directed the so-called documentary coming from BBC. You could go me her countless times that na Ibolo Italy get news generally or broken manner. At least some have na okamana as nibi heme na fondi why can they why mali him could go 2 years ago, last year, even this year repeated it. Now BBC cannot be trusted. If I trust the BBC, he make attack again. I trust you. If we BBC, if we CNN, if we Al Jazeera, hanchana we million of up. I need to like this. I say, Kaije get BBC. The BBC you can work BBC you interview to. BBC does not mean hologi home my better talege lie he mean rologia. Obolonya Yoruba Kapota or you direct a documentary. Why not teach on the Mpaha survive for that Biafra? Or go on. Why not to bring Rufai Hussein Biamusa Kwena TV that no way friends ya onwe that bondame bondo agamba kitana hetu na kanka that those people share this pain. Why not BBC meeting her? Ndi Igbo ayi osipozia na Ndi Igbo ayi nworoze ndị na study film documentary one ndị na study film one. Can't you guys go there, travel to the east? Omoro ka isi nyoka ihe nyote mmadu. Omoro ka isi nyo aye nyote mmadu. If that is not enough, why not if you are na yuchi ebo pete dochi? Achota mmadu achota onye Igbo ayi ya direct ya. Because mgbe pelompe mgba ama m ihe ndị police na arrest ndị mmadụ nene Ogu Biafra film Ogu Biafra mgba na abịa na CD eto or the form mgba na ha ebu afa apụta ewelu nọ maka ede ihe n'enu ama maka ndị police sha arrest ndị na-ele ya mgba because LMCD plate mgba pelompe tu ga na elele CD mgba na terminus market na Jos mmadụ bịa jụọ gị na agba si na enwere ya because koda wana spy ndị police deal ka bịa kpụrụ gị. BBC onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo should boycott that documentary. Ojo si dịka mmanwa na ọna nwa na nlọcha nlọ mgbe wele bịa ka mmadụ bịa kọọlụ m nlọ unu si na Nigeria abaghị olu aya ọnụnụ anyị n'ụlọ unu hapụ na ahụ ka anyị nabakwa onye ọbụla n'ụlọ onwe ya. Mana mgbe ọbụla election elubego few weeks ago ka go on the akwụkwọ nke wepụta kita BBC na release a documentary. It seems not a coincidence. It is never a coincidence. These people knows what they are doing. It is about the strategy to distract the Igbo towards the common goal of election, which na ha mangogota. Asịsị gụọ ya free and fair, ha ya adadacha chi ọnụ n'ala. I am not saying onye Yoruba ime ihe adịrọ mma o. Mana take it if the ball can be turned in another direction, can onye Igbo enegum some powerful films in the Yoruba me. Enegum some powerful films in the Yoruba on Nicola Boko again. Enegum ya na Netflix. It's a very good powerful film. Why have Ndi Igbo onye Igbo direct such a movie? How many Ndi Igbo direct go something that has to do with Yoruba heritage and their movies and their documentaries? Only Yoruba ya direct Hausa documentary for Ndi Hausa. Only no Academy Joyce that this guy safe were not even born in Nigeria. Na London kamuli na London. So how can you now come out and tell a story about people who felt this pain, who felt this struggle more than Ndi Nonia? Just like in this in a go book $10 ka ha say when they happen at the moment ha no na $10 na amuli na London obido life na London for us na ha na aziago obolo because na something that is meant to inspire and to transform people's life has become an object of mockery coming from somebody who does not feel that pain now. BBC surviving documentary for Ndi Igbo, a welcome home here. It is a no-good area for me as a person. The title should be changed and the director of that thing should be changed. BBC should stop making mockery of Ndi Igbo. Enough is enough for them. Why not then go and try with other tribes? Habian and Kendausa, the grant Ndausa exclusive interview. JJ made documentary about Boko Haram. Bolon Dausa, Hajecha de Meheni Nahame. Orizen and Kendi Igbo. Hajecha Onyon and London Nabroni Igbo. Ko we better tell a story of Ndi Igbo. This is act of wickedness. BBC Kusenia. God
Wonder shall never end. Igbo be Igbo. Do you know that BBC wants to release a documentary titled Surviving Biafra? BBC wants to release a documentary titled Surviving Biafra. For what reason? And you know the worst part is that BBC went and hired someone from another tribe to make this documentary. Don't get me wrong. This is not about tribe. It's about authenticity. This person is from the same tribe who their media made mockery of starved Biafran children during the war. Same tribe who post pictures of starved Biafran children all over social media, making mockery of them, laughing and jesting. Wants to make a documentary about Igbo history so you can profit from our pain. The Biafran genocide was not a Yoruba experience. It is one of the darkest moments in Igbo history. It is one of the darkest moments in Igbo history. And tell me why the title of the documentary is called Surviving Biafra. Why? Surviving Biafra, biggest lie ever told. Over 3 million Igbo children were starved to death. Igbo people were the victims. And you want to make a documentary, you titled it Surviving Biafra. As how? If you want to make a documentary, start from the genesis. Start from what happened to Ndi Igbo in Jos in 1945. Don't cook half-baked stories to paint Ndi Igbo in a bad light. No. BBC should be the last people making any documentary about Igbo people or Biafra. They should be the last people because BBC were the first media to tag the coup as an Igbo coup in 1966. BBC leave Ndi Igbo alone. If you want to make a documentary about surviving Ilorin in 1817 to 1824. Surviving Dawumi women, surviving Agbero. We don't need propaganda machines telling our stories for us. We don't need Igbo be Igbo. I am calling for a petition to stop this documentary from releasing it. Manandi Igbo, Ntwani. This is why we need to be telling our own story. This is why we need to invest heavily in the media. Ndi Igbo ganante, invest in the media. Invest heavily in the media. Ndi Igbo should be the ones telling their stories. Not someone from God knows where. The title of this documentary alone is like a slap in the face. I don't accept it. Election is fast approaching. All of a sudden, we are now seeing talks about Aburi, seeing talks about documentary. I no longer think this is a coincidence.